you. I'm delighted to be here. And I am assuming all of you are working with children, somewhere between 3 and 5. Is that accurate? In a variety of capacities. Which is my favorite age. I've worked with every age from pre-K through college, but this is my favorite age. And I think it is my favorite age because I adopted a child and became a mom, and he was 3 when he came to me. So this is it. This is the age that just gets me so excited I can't stand it, and we want kids so excited they can't stand it too. That's our goal. I love these 2 quotes. If you had a moment to look at them or think about them for a moment, but they say it all. At this stage of the game, it's all about oral language. It's getting kids to talk. It's getting kids to think and frame their ideas and reflect. And the more they talk, the more they're ready for everything. Okay? So I love that reading and writing float on a sea of talk. I think that is really what we are all about. And I love Kenneth Goodman's work about oral language being a rehearsal for written language and for reading and for everything. It's organizing our thoughts. Okay, so our topic today is called Bringing Literature to Life, a dramatic approach to reading comprehension. And the two really blend beautifully together. And I hope today you're going to take something away that you're going to be able to use tomorrow morning. So what's the purpose of this session? I'm hoping that in our work today, we're looking at the integration, the merging of purposes between reading comprehension and drama. And so why? What are the benefits? And one is students are engaged. They're not picking the lint up off the floor. They're not taking their clothes off or their shoes off. And they're not touching their neighbors because they're focused, they're excited, they're engaged. Okay? So that's one thing. Also, that it's going to help them comprehend a text. Often when we read a text, our kids are not necessarily listening, they're not focused. How are we going to help them understand a text? And why is that so important? Is because that's all about the education process. Beginning, middle, and end, retelling, sequencing. It all integrates with math, with everything kids have to do. That understanding the arc of a story is essential to their school success. Okay. Oral language, I already talked about. Some of our children are coming from other countries as well. So we're talking about language acquisition as well as the development of vocabulary. And we want to do that in an integrated, developmentally appropriate, exciting way. We want them so excited that the language is like, they're stuttering, they can't wait to try to find it from their toes to get it out. And that's what drama will do. Higher level thinking. A lot of times we think 3 to 5 can't infer, but they can. It all depends on how we frame it and what we ask them to do. So I'm all about how can we get those kids to infer, how can we get them to predict, how can we get them to summarize, retell, rank. They can do it all through drama. And focus and control. We're working on how do we control our bodies, how do we focus and attend, how do we extend their attention. All of that happens because they're so engaged. And lastly, of course, the most important thing at this stage is self-esteem, is getting those kids to feel like I am somebody. I have something to offer. I have value. Because it's that attitude that's going to take them to them. Right? Our resources for today, for our session, are my most recent book, A Dramatic Approach to Reading Comprehension. And if you are interested, I have a couple copies if you want to look at, and I have some flyers about how you can get it. But really, you can get it on Amazon as well as Heinemann. Although, Heinemann is running a 30% off sale. I just got this notice. If you're interested, you might want to look. My first book is called The Creative Classroom. That also will be a resource for us today. That too is a Heinemann publication, and it too, I just got this thing. It's a 30% off, so if you're interested, it's there. But I have some flyers now. And our story today, yeah, it's it, isn't it? It's the story. Great story for the beginning of the year, Swimming by Leo Leone. Great story about cooperating. Great story about working together. Great story. I work a lot with kids who had a lot of loss in their life already at 3 to 5. It's a great story about loss and renewal. It's a great story about alternative families. It's a great story about being alone and finding somebody to help you. It's a great story about friendship. I find it resonates with kids very, very deeply. And I have 100 stories about how this book has been so powerful in working with kids. So, what I kind of decided to do was take what we're doing and divide it into kind of mini lessons so you can kind of see, well, how do I do this in my class? So we're going to start with lesson 1, all right? And I'm going to ask you to be a compliant class of, say, 4 or 5-year-olds. Can you handle that?
No.
Okay, so you got to be compliant because I don't have time. Okay. For all the stuff we know we have to do. Okay. So right now, I'm going to ask you to become actors with me. So whenever I say actors, show me you're ready for drama. I need your laps and hands clear. I need your eyes on my eyes, and I need to see your beautiful eyes. So show me you're ready for drama, and let me see your beautiful eyes. Let me see. Thank you. I see your beautiful eyes. Thank you, beautiful eyes. Thank you for your beautiful eyes. I see them, beautiful eyes. Great. When I say go, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to stand. Now, remember, this will not happen. 3 to 5. And 3 to 5, you're going to need you have a carpet, yeah, most of you? Do they have a space on the carpet? Okay. If they're all smashed together and they're tight on the carpet or wherever you are, you're going to have problems because they're going to touch each other. They're going to mess with each other. So you need what we call in the arts something called personal space. A little bubble around you that nobody is there and you're not touching anybody or anything. So you don't want the kid who has attention problems right by the block area because what's going to happen? They're going to be the block. So you got to think this through. So actors, when I say go, would you please stand? But not until I say go. Great job. Go. We got the arts going on here. It's going to be a noisy morning. You have to turn up the volume. When I say go again, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Adjust yourself so that you have space. You can come into here. You can move down a little bit. Thank you so much. Get a little space because you're going to need to move. So go ahead. Make sure you can still see my body. Now, in the classroom, you're going to invite them to stand on a space that's probably pre-assigned. And if you have one of those gorgeous carpets with the animals or something interesting on it, you want your kid who has the most trouble focusing on the thing that is the most interesting on that carpet. Okay? But you want to get them space. So let's measure in front of you. Nobody should be there. Measure behind you. Nobody or nothing should be there. Measure beside you, nobody and nothing should be there. Other side, nobody and nothing should be there. Great, let's start from the top, and we're going to carve our personal space bubble all the way to our toes. Let's go. Great, we're going to start from the top, and we're going to do it sideways now, all the way down to our toes. Excellent, and let me see your beautiful eyes. Great job. All right, does everybody see the stretching man? Because when I say freeze, I want all eyes on the stretching man and on nothing else. Are you ready? Let's go. Shaking up. Shaking down. Shaking side. Other side. Push it out. Push it back. And freeze. Eyes on the man. Let's see who's got their point of concentration. Eyes on the man. Thank you, Ashley. Beautiful job. Thank you, Barbara. Ooh, I love it. Not too much coffee today. Thank you, James. Beautiful job. Thank you, Candy. Oh my gosh, let's see if we've got it over here. Beautiful job, Diane. Diane, great. When I say curtain, will you relax and eyes on me? Curtain. All right, this time I'm going to make it harder. We're going to shake, we're going to freeze. We're going to put our eyes on the man. But this time I'm going to come by and put my hand in front of your face. And I don't want you looking at me. I want you staying focused on the man. Oh my gosh, do you think we can do it? Let's find out. Shaking shoulders. Shaking elbows. Shaking hips. Shaking legs. Dance around, but keep your feet on the ground. Yeah, turn around. And freeze. Eyes on the man. Point of focus, point of concentration. Let's see who has it. Wow, Robin, excellent. I won't get to everybody today. Whoa, Mary. Thank you, Renee. Wow, not too much coffee today. This is good. This is, woo, fantastic. And when I say curtain, eyes on me. Curtain. That was fabulous. We're getting our concentration warmed up because we're going to really have to think about one thing. That's our story, and we're going to really have to watch. Well, we're going inside the book swimming. Swimming. Excuse me 1 second. So now we're also going to meet some jellyfish. And jellyfish have tentacles for legs that are really, they move and they're really, oh, soft. And they kind of, what do I want the word? They kind of, the word I keep thinking about is flub, but that's not just flow. They float and they're quiet. Let me look at the shape. See what you can do with your body to look like that jellyfish. What do you want to do? Some have tops. Some just, oh, look at that interesting top. Some just have tentacles. Some, oh, look at, Kathleen has both. Oh my God, look at that. Even the top is blowing. I love it. All right, and curtain. We're also going to meet a lobster. And I'm sorry, my lobsters aren't showing up either. Oh, I can't really see them, but they're red and they're really nice. And they have claws that are called pincers because they pinch. Let me see those. And they have beady little eyes. And they're noisy because those pincers click. Let me hear them click. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, and curtain. Wow. Well now, we are going to become actors and we're going to put all the things that we've learned together. Because now if my kids can read, they probably can't. That's okay, but let's read it together for right now. Okay, imagine it's a read aloud. A happy school of little fish lived in the corner of the sea somewhere. They were all red. One of them was black as a mussel shell. He swam faster than his brothers and sisters. His name was Swimmy. How is Swimmy different? Tell me at least 2 ways Swimmy is different than his brothers and sisters. He didn't just swim fast, he swam super fast. How did he swim? Let's do it together. Super fast. Oh yeah. What else? How else was he different? He was black. And his brothers and sisters were? Red. Red. I love it. Another kid, pre-K said, you can see through the brothers and sisters, but Swimmy is black. Like he understood the solid versus, wasn't that great? Mm-hmm. Great. All right. So, but one day, a big, fat, hungry tuna came by, and for a big, fat, hungry tuna, little red fish are like dessert, a treat. Who can tell me one of your favorite treats? Right? Ice cream. For a big, fat tuna, little red fish are like ice cream. What else is your favorite treat? Chocolate. Chocolate. Me too. For a big, fat tuna, little red fish are like chocolate and cookies, all those yummy things. Right now, I want you to change your body into a big, fat tuna. But wait, I want to show you a picture first. A big, fat tuna has sharp teeth. Let me see those sharp teeth. A big, fat tuna has fins on the top of his head and tail that kind of looks like a fan. How can you make that tail like a fan? How can you do that? Oh, we got that tail. Anybody going to use your feet maybe to do it? Any other changes? Oh, love it, love it, love it. All right, now, we're going back over here. Because now, do you see those red fish? That's your point of concentration. Remember the point of concentration was the man that stretched? Your point of concentration is red fish now. I want to see you put on the body of a big, fat, hungry tuna looking at those little red fish. When I say places, I don't want to see you. I want to see a hungry tuna. Are you ready? and places. Let me see, point of concentration. Oh my gosh, you're scaring me. I see tails, I see fins. Ooh, I see moving fins. I see really scary teeth. Ooh, and curtain. Who can make a good guess about what that big fat tuna was thinking and grumbling when he saw those delicious treats in front of him? Who can give me a good guess? Yes, lunch, lunch. Let's say it not loud, but in our deep tuna voice. Are you ready? And action. Lunch. What else did he say? Someone give me a sentence that he might have grumbled when he saw them. I'm hungry. Let's say our big fat tuna voice. I'm hungry. So let's put I'm hungry first, and then we'll say lunch. All right. Practice the voice with me one more time. Are we ready? And action. I'm hungry. Lunch. Ooh, that's good. When I say places, I want to see however you want to make the body of that big fat tuna. I want your point of concentration to be those little red fish. When I say action, we're going to say our line. When I say freeze, I want you to stay right where you are, and I'm going to look and see who looks like a big fat tuna. Are we ready? Places. Body of the big fat tuna. Point of concentration. Looking hungry. Ooh. And action. I'm hungry. Lunch. Freeze right there. Let me see who I believe. Oh my gosh, you're scared. Oh my gosh, Morales, that is really scary. Oh, let me go over here. I haven't seen all my friends. Ah, Kim, I don't want to meet you in the ocean. Oh my gosh, Kate. Oh my God. You look so sneaky back there, Paul. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Let me go on this side and see who's a really. Ah, Christina, you are. Oh, Diane, scaring me. Oh my gosh, Terry, fantastic. And curtain, eyes on me. Ah, you were fabulous. Question. Are you really a big fat tuna? No. What did we change to be big fat tunas? What did we change? Our voice. We made our voices deep and low. What else did we change? Our bodies. We changed our face and our bodies to look like the big fat tuna. What else did we use to become a tuna when we're not really a tuna? Imagination. We pretended. And so whenever we act today, and we are going to act a lot, we're going to need our imagination to pretend to be somebody we're not. Let's do it with our hands. Our imagination. We're going to change our body from our face to our toes. Let's do it. We're going to change our body. Let's let our voices go down when we say that. Our body. Great. We're going to change our voice. And let's make a V and make our voices go up. Are you ready? Our voice. Excellent. We're going to need our cooperation to work as a great team. Let's do it together. Our cooperation to work as a great team. Because it's not about me, it's about all of us working together. And we're going to need our concentration to think about one thing. And that's our story and nothing else. What are we going to do? We're going to think about one thing. And that's our cooperation. Well, you may take your seats, and I need you to think about it. What do you think is going to happen to Swimmy? What do you think is going to happen to Swimmy in this story? Please, somebody who does not know the story, or does everybody know it? Who does not know the story? Great. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to run away. What else do you think might happen? He's going to get lost. Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out tomorrow. What else did we learn? Yes? The terms of drama. So we introduced the book and we introduced acting, right? We introduced both. It was an introductory lesson on vocabulary for both of the books, both topics, and did we also preview the text? But we did it through our bodies, right? We had this gentleman back here had like moving fins. We had another moving fin over here. You are deciding for yourself. Somebody had their tails here, somebody had their feet like the fantail. It's my job to give you the ideas and then see what you can do. In the beginning, the kids may have to imitate you, but eventually, we don't want little robots, right? We're looking at what do they understand, because through their bodies, I can assess if you even know what I'm talking about. If you're just copying me, I have nothing to assess. If you're putting it together, I can assess we're on the same page. We're all going to be actors in this. It's not about the 3 little kids who have the most language, or the 3 little kids who are in a show at Toby's Dinner Theater. It is for everybody. It is for everybody. Okay? And we can become critics, talking about what we did well, what we want to do better, and all of that's going to lead us to assessment in the end, in both the arts and in reading. All right. So we talked about arts integration, that we're integrating drama and reading comprehension, and what that means is we're learning about an art form, as you said, and we're learning about a non-art subject area, which is reading comprehension today, and there's a connection between them in the arts. And obviously, there's a very strong connection between reading comprehension and drama, because they're both a part of language arts, right? They share vocabulary, plot, character, setting, right? So the integration is like beautiful. Then we have objectives, which you can't see there, but we do in both. We're getting the kids to show us what they know through a creative process. We're not dictating. And then we have some sort of assessment where we look at and assess what they know. And when we have all of that, we have arts integration. So here are my objectives for my class, you, today. That you're going to change your voice accurately to become characters. Did we already practice that? That you're going to change your body to accurately reflect characters. Did you already practice that? Yes. That we're going to work together as a great team. Have we already practiced that? That we're going to concentrate to stay in our characters and take turns. Have we started to build our concentration skills? So all of these are in your handout that I gave you on page 2. And this correlates with the pre-K standards in fine arts and theater. It's something called group role drama, where all of you are going to have a part. Okay? And in it, groups of kids play characters. And it can be rehearsed or not rehearsed. If they're young, you don't need to rehearse it. Okay? So, here we go. I think I'd like to have 2 swimmies. Are there 2 people who would like to be swimming today? 2 swimmies? Yeah, Kim, come be a swimmy, and James. Perfect. We have a brother and sister swimmy. Okay, right here, brother and sister swimmy. Okay, so you're going to be swimmy. And I'm going to make this row jellyfish. You're going to be a jellyfish, and you'll come out. This is going to be our ocean. Is this going to be okay if this is our ocean? They're going to come out to here? Yeah, you probably need to move back a little bit. So that's going to be our ocean. Okay, this whole group, lobsters. Lobsters. Okay, you'll come out this way, and then you'll go back. Okay? What do we got here? Lobsters. Eel, all the way down there. Eel. And you're going to be jellyfish. Okay, if you're a jellyfish, raise your hand. Excellent. If you're a lobster, raise your hand. Excellent. If you're an eel, raise your hand. Great. Okay. Everyone's going to be the little red fish at the end. Now, do you see this shape on the floor? Now, I didn't know we were going to be such a big group. But what we would have practiced is when in that simultaneous drama is each of the little red fish getting into the shape of the big fish and then swimming. This swimming would shout on the eye. Then we're all swimming in the same direction. I don't think we can fit onto that. But when I do this in the classroom and after day 1 and this red shape is on the floor, the first thing that happens is the kids go, what's that, what's that? And then somebody goes, that's a red fish, that's a red fish. And so they understand we now have a set, right, for our, but this time we're just going to all swim one direction that way, all right? Now it looks to me like our lobsters and our, you're a little tight, so you might have to stay where you are, I guess. So do it from where you are. Eels, you can come forward. How about that? Eels will come this way. You'll kind of move your, okay. All right, what do you think? We got it? All right. I again am going to be the narrator when I say places. And this is the important part, is if you don't rehearse the body, this is what's going to happen. This is your eel, this is your lobster, and this is your jellyfish. They all look the same. We want to get that body involved. The more the body and voice are involved, the more they're connected to inferring the whole story. They got it. But if they're just, nothing's going on, they're not engaged, they're not inside of it. Okay, so are we ready? When I say places, show me the body of your characters. Are you ready, actors? Places, show me the body of your characters. Oh yeah, oh look at this. I can tell who you are. Oh my gosh, the sexiest eels I have ever seen. Woo! All right, jellyfish, you're doing a pretty good job too. There's that swim. Where's swimming? Oh yeah, oh swimming's moving. Oh yeah, good. All right, and curtain. We're ready. All right. We're gonna take it. The tuna has already eaten everything. Notice the tuna isn't on there. Because quite frankly, once the tuna comes, everybody runs, you know? How did I get rid of the tuna? Because I tried it every which way, and no matter what I did, the tuna appears and the kids just So the only way I have been able to do the tuna is if everybody's the tuna first. If everybody, and then swimming goes into the middle. So the swimming, this is going to be your ocean. All right, so we're going to take it from you getting away. I'm the narrator. When I stop talking, it's time for you to talk. Are you ready? Close your eyes. Let me hear the waves of the ocean. We're going down, down, down into the ocean. To act out the story, Swimming by Leo Leone. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Oh, Swimmy 1 and Swimmy 2 were out in the ocean all by themselves, and they were so sad. Their brothers and sisters and family and friends have all been eaten, and Swimmy thought to himself, where are my brothers? And Swimmy wondered. Oh, she and he were so sad when all of a sudden they saw some fabulous. Swimmy swam over this way and saw some fabulous. Medusa jellyfish and the Medusa jellyfish. And jellyfish asked, where are you going? Oh, and Swimmy answered. Swimmy 1 was hysterical. Swimmy 2 was trying to tell the story. But the jellyfish had jellyfish business to do, and so the jellyfish went away. Swimmy swam, and he swam, and she swam, and came and saw some lobsters. And they were not friendly, and the lobsters told Swimmy, Swimmy got out of there, and the lobsters went and did lobster business. Swimmy swam and swam and swam, and then he saw some fabulous long eels whose tails were too long to remember. And the eel told Swimmy, and Swimmy couldn't keep up with that long eel, and the eel sailed away, and Swimmy was all by himself. When all of a sudden, Swimmy saw, hidden in the rocks, were some scared little red fish, and Swimmy 1 called out, "Hey, friends, how you doing?" And Swimmy 2 asked, "Oh," but the little red fish explained to Swimmy, "Oh, God, well, wait, so Swimmy swam and swam and thought and thought and thought, and then Swimmy 2 shared an idea. And Swimmy 1 then announced, "I'll be I." And they all swam together, each in their own place. Each in their place. And they chased the big tuna away and made the meanest face. And Free, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Because at the count of 3, we're coming on back. Gonna give ourselves a hand. 1, 2, 3. Give yourself a hand. Sit right where you are. Thank you so much. Fabulous. Question. Did we just use our imagination? Yes. Did we go to the ocean? Yes. Did we become characters and animals in the ocean? Yes. Did we use our bodies and change them? Every one of you was so different. I loved it. Did we change our voices? Wow. Did we cooperate and follow instructions? Did we concentrate and remember the story? Oh my gosh, you were wonderful. And that's something that always brings tears to my eyes. When kids, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I work with kids that really, really struggle with focus and concentration. And when you're doing a drama, and one group does their part and goes back, and another group does their part and goes back, do you realize how complicated that is? How amazing that is? And sometimes when I have a really hard class and it happens like that, I can barely keep it together. Because that is so amazing for their social skills. It's just amazing. And when you have kids who are punching each other, fighting each other, and scrambling to get to the door for breakfast or lunch because they're so hungry, but yet they can do this, you just have to say, wow, this is so exciting. This is what it's all about.